Wilson's options, but the side stick does not connect, and it gives Wrench an, oh, I love it. I love that option from Wilson there. Being able to read that spot dodge, use the neutral sig to be able to catch him as he comes out of his dodge, kill him off the top with that neutral sig. Wilson now evens things up 1-1.
But before that, I also like Wrench placement.
Yes.
Whenever Wilson threw out that side stick, he didn't have the increased range this time. Wrench completely overspaced it. He didn't fall into those final pixels of that max range.
Oh, and Wilson's got to be careful. He's off stage here. He's already got his jumps very low.
Back to back.
He has a recovery and a dodge.
Oh.
That's it.
Woo! There is that wild card flag. Game 1 going Wrench. Do you see that grin coming his way? That was a pretty confident win, throwing up that okay hand emoji.
You've got to be really careful with your jumps on the ledge, because sometimes you can do what I like to call panic jumps, right? And you're getting hit, and you're just like, I got to get back to the stage as soon as possible. But they're ready for that, and they're going to literally stand there putting out moves to catch you out of your jumps, and you don't get all of those back when you get hit. And then when it can lead into something as nice as a ground pound to be able to send you beneath the stage, there's no way that you're going to be able to come back. The dodge does a decent amount of distance, but doesn't go that far. So Wrench had an amazing peace of mind to be able to punish Wilson's recovery there, and game 1 ends up going over to him. But it wasn't a stomp. I think Wilson could make the correct adjustments. As we were talking about earlier, it seems as though the name of the game is that once Wilson gets off stage, Wrench is at the advantage.
Yes.
And when Wilson's on center stage, Wilson's at the advantage.
I would definitely agree with you on that, but we could see the neutral game going one way or the other here. You saw them do the Qatar dittos, and it was dead even.
Yep, they were exchanging blows back and forth. No, not going in the favor of either one. But game 2 is starting up here. Let's see who gets the first weapon spawn. Wilson finds that axe, and he's going to look for these sidelight strings. In fact, just gets a side air, down air, connecting very nicely on the Wrench, but Wrench finding his own nair combo. Ooh, he riskily goes for a GC neutral light in the middle of the air there, and Wilson's able to find some hits. Neutral stick does not catch him as he's falling, but a nice fast fall Sair manages to catch Wrench. And the neutral stick, that might be an early kill.
That is the stock there. That is a huge early kill. Wilson was not even all the way through orange at that point. He was maybe 2/3 of the way through the color changes of that orange. We could see another one. Wrench is just going in. He saw Wilson off stage, saw blood in the water, and really went for it. He's seeing Wilson off stage here again. There's the side air, there's the dare.
And the neutral sig comes out. He tries to get it, but instead, this is going to be the KO.
We could see the option again. Oh my gosh. Wilson is going to fall. 2-stock lead going the way of Wrench.
Wrench is fully taking advantage of the fact that when he gets Wilson off stage, he's kind of like, you know what, I don't have to worry about anything. Nothing's going to be happening to my character here, because Wilson's full intention is just to recover. That's all he's trying to do. And Wrench, his full intention is to KO his opponent by any means necessary. And he was able to do that even though Wilson got the chase challenge back to stage. Now Wrench is off stage, and well-placed down sig manages to get that snipe. He found one of those earlier in game number 1, but that's the first stock, and Wilson lost his first 2 stocks in under a minute.
And you saw Wrench was going for more off-stage play. You saw the spot dodge over on the right. He was probably setting up if Wilson was going to go down. Big neutral sig, big gravity cancel, down sig, the weapon toss. That is the stock. That is a JV3 in losers semifinals.
Player 2 wins.
Wrench is up 2-0. And he's making this look like a speed run. That's crazy. He's going off stage, and he knows exactly what Wilson wants to do. It almost seems as though that last stock on game 1 is when Wrench learned where Wilson wants to recover. And since then, he has just been punishing it time and time again. Every time that Wilson was off stage, it resulted in a stock.
He's been using gravity cancel signatures off stage, knowing exactly where different signatures, the same signature. He just has the finger on the button of where Wilson is going, where he wants to be. Wilson has to reset this. We've seen Wilson make mistakes in the past and come back from them. He doesn't seem to be too shook by them all the time. I wonder if he's shook right now. I know he seemed a little bit frustrated earlier with a little bit of the mid-set coaching coming in. Nobody wants to seem to coach Wilson, but he's coming in on this neutral game, has a little bit of a damage lead right now. He has the axe into these Qatars.
And he's doing a good job of being able to stay on center stage. This stage has a lot more room for recovery because you're not just trying to touch the main platform. You can get onto either one of these 3 platforms when you're getting back to the stage. And he's doing a great job with this axe of being able to get fleeting hits, nice neutral light, punishes Wrench's landing there, tosses that axe away so that he can have the down sig option from the Qatars. It's not the same signature on axes as on Qatars, so he has that ability to edge guard there. But Wrench finding a nice neutral light, gets the D-light. Wilson always jumping to get back into center, and a nice D-light recovery gets that KO, and Wilson's playing much more to his strengths than he was in games 1 and 2.
Yeah, he definitely is not shook whatsoever. He is coming back from those 2-game losses. Even that JV3 just completely looking fresh, wanting to wipe that slate clean and treat this like this is game 1.
Down sig comes out after he narrowly avoids that neutral sig from Wrench. Nice. String coming out, doesn't get the D-light, but he does get the dodge from Wrench, so which means that he could find an opportunity to find another Qatar string. Neutral light sends him off stage, jumps once again into that weapon toss. He's going to have to dodge back out of the stage. Wrench surprised by how early
completely avoids that edge guard right there. He's going to touch the wall and immediately get back to the main platform. There is a quick clapback coming out from Wrench. He's going to plant that flag as high as he possibly can on the Enigma soft platform without using his dodge for a gravity cancel. Picks up the sword here, gets the neutral light, gets the side light, tries to get the jump side air, doesn't get it. Wilson comes in, picks up these guitars, takes another neutral light. There's a gravity cancel side light at the bottom of it. Picks up Wilson. He's on the wall just for a moment. He's trying to get back, and that's what Wrench wants, and that's what Wilson has to do.
Wilson does, however, have those favorable options to just keep jumping. He can just keep going until he gets to the top. The neutral stick actually catches him and sends him off stage. He goes for a ground pound. And this is an opportunity for Wrench. He manages to make it back. The ground pound does not connect, but Wrench does not get the punish. Side sticks off the stage. Wrench looking for that side light and gets punished by Wilson's nair. The neutral stick trying to catch him for landing on the platform, but instead stops that down stick. Second down stick connects. He dodges out of the way of that weapon toss, but nice nair to cover that falling, and the recovery doesn't kill at the top. Will he go for a neutral stick? I feel like he wants that GC neutral stick really badly here. Wrench D trying to get back on the stage. The recovery comes in for the axe, and Wilson maintains his lead.
It is so slight right now. He's doing a good job not staying off stage. He did go for that one big ground bound commitment. He's gone for a couple side signatures over the edge as well, but he hasn't made huge commitments, even when Wrench seems to want to. Wilson's playing right on this main platform. You see that side signature coming out from Wrench. Nice bait.
I like that because, like we said, the longer you charge a series side signature, the farther she travels. But if you let go of it immediately, you can bait your opponent to try to go in for a punish and get the kill. I love that chase dodge. Chain them into two of them. If you get a hit and you're grounded, you can chain two chase dodges into each other and change the direction of them as well. Wilson trying to find these side sticks, still has a stock lead, and Wrench is actually in the orange. He can't find this KO, and he's not getting as punished off stage as he was in game number 2 here. Wilson gets that recovery, puts Wrench near kill percent. He's going to look for that down stick, maybe put out a second one because Wrench is running out of wall touches. There's the second down stick, doesn't quite hit, but Wrench, you got to be careful with those side sticks. That side air slaps him as a punishment there, and Wrench is trying to get back on the stage. Side stick from Wilson does not connect, and that will be a quick cleanup from Wrench. And this is where it's scary because even though there's a damage lead, if Wrench gets Wilson off stage, we've seen how quickly he can kill him.
I don't think we're going to see Wilson make any major commitments off stage. We're just going to see those down sticks. Of course, he might touch the wall just to reset his jumps if he gets knocked off stage, but I don't think we're going to see him spend any time. The down light, there's the down light. There's another down light. Wilson did dodge through one. There's the side light coming out from Wrench. There's a D light. The recovery does not miss. Wilson really high up on these soft platforms.
He's taking a ton of damage here, and he's not going to be able to find anything. I feel like he's looking for his signature KO. The nair is not going to be able to kill. It puts on a little bit more damage. There's a D light, doesn't combo into the recovery. Wrench puts out a really risky side air, and the falling nair. Wilson getting the offstage kill this time rather than Wrench, and confirming game number 3, not making it a 3-0 blowout and showing that he is adjusting against his opponent here. He's just like, okay, I obviously don't win off stage. Let's not go there. And he's manages to take game 3. He's moving on to game number 4. Let's see if Wrench is able to fan him out to a stage where he'll be able to have more things. I feel like if we go to Thunderguard Stadium, that's heavily favored in Wrench.
I would definitely agree with you because that platform in the middle, that is a soft platform, so you can get hit through that down into
You've got 4 walls to worry about.
Yeah, that is a shenanigan zone where crazy things can happen. We could see just those side airs, the falling nairs, the ground pounds, the gravity cancel neutral signature coming out from Wrench in that territory, and that's another pit that Wilson has to worry about. We might see them going back to Enigma. We could see them going to Mammoth. It is going to be Wilson's choice here between these 3.
And he bans out the 2 stages that I expected, which was Thunderguard with that deceptive center stage and Blackguard Keep with that wonky platform on the left. And we're going back to Mammoth Fortress. So this will be game number 4. Wilson's making adjustments, but Wrench is also making the same adjustments. That's what makes these players so strong. It's why they are in top 4. We're going to be going into game number 4, and Wrench opens up with the first nice neutral light, but Wilson responds with the guitar string. He's looking for neutral lights to be able to catch his landing. Sares aren't hitting, and both players are actually managing the space around each other in a way to where they're not getting any hits. There's the first hit, but it's just being exchanged. Wilson wants to get off the side of that stage. Wrench is baiting him in, but he knows that Wilson has that down stick. He has to get back to the main stage eventually, and this is the game that Wilson likes to play.
Now you see Wilson moving back and forth, back and forth. He's not using the dash. He's just moving himself back and forth without using that dash or anything like that. You're seeing him try to space everything really well, so he's right there to punish when he needs to be jumping. There's the dare. But again, it's trading hits back and forth. Both players orange right now. Wilson getting just a little bit more damage on Wrench than Wrench has on him at this point. There he tries to probe with the neutral signature. Goes with the immediate down light.
Oh no, he side sticks off